Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? We're making a video of an 80 meter full wave delta loop, Skyloop. Behind me is where it is, and I'm gonna show you all the details. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you what, I've talked to all over the world, and the best thing about this antenna is omnidirectional. So anywhere on the planet of the earth you can talk to it. I just got my Europe award, my Masters of Europe award on QRZ. I just got my GX100 award, and y'all, and the bigger wire, the better. I mean, that's just my thing. Each 12 gauge, 12 auger. Buckmaster, down the road from me, about 40 miles. I'll say northwest of me. They use 12 gauge on their Buckmaster dipole antennas. But anyway, I'm using Anchor marine wire, which is my other videos that you've seen. But it's tough. It's tin copper, 100% tin copper, not speaker wire or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you gonna build an antenna last bigger. Go big or go home. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, y'all. Well, let's get on to the video, y'all, of everything we got. Oh yeah, got me. I finally got me a hat. Kilo Uniform 4 Sierra Mike Charlie. I love the boonie hats, and the back it pulls down. And name the company that did it was I'll put that in my description below. Jitty Bow on Etsy. So yeah, man, they're a good company to deal with. But I'll hook you up with them. I'll put a link down below, and they treated me very well, very well. All right, y'all, let's get on to the video. Using my real camera, my 4K Panasonic, my real video camera, not my cell phone. So maybe we'll get some better quality, hopefully. But let me get everything set up right. Okay. Anyway, there's the antenna. I'm sitting on beside my truck, and everything has got the pulleys in it. The red pulleys from I forget the name of the company now, but I'll put that in the description below. But yeah, here we go. Let's just zoom in. And these are all DX Engineering fiberglass masts, 46-foot masts. These are the regular 46-foot masts. But I got the extra heavy duty too. I'll show you that in the video. But that's where my wire runs. You can see both of them. That's the tip point toward my front, or what I want to call my front. But if I zoom out, excuse me, it goes here. Let's see here. Let me get the quality. It goes here. And it goes, it's kind of disappearing on us. And it goes here. Wow. Right there. There's the antenna wire. And it's above my building. There's my Bushcom antenna. Yeah, it goes above my building. Right there, you can see it. There you go. It comes up, and it comes up. There you go. There you go. Okay, another thing I did, my wire was sagging a lot in the center. It's sagging there too. But that's all right. We fixed that problem. I put an extra heavy duty DX Engineering, 46-foot HD. I'll put links on that below too, but look at the wire on that now. That's about 40 feet up in the air. And I put some tape on it, like a little flag. I got a little headache ball, a little 3/4 ounce egg sinker. And it's on a pulley, riding on a pulley. There you go, see the pulley? All right. But yeah, it's riding on that. And then I'm shooting in 4K too, y'all, by the way. And down here that's my very last That's my other point. I got actually 5 points. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 points of hookup. And I go right here. And the center of my, that is my, right there, that's my 2-meter antenna. That's my standoff, or my jib. And below that, sorry, oh gosh, look at this plane, y'all. That's it. There she is. Wow. Going toward Bird Airport, Richmond International. Oh, anyway, sorry, I got distracted, y'all. But let's go back. But right there, the center of the antenna is right here of my double Skyloop full wave, 80-meter full wave. Oops, that's the 2-meter antenna. And there it is, it's hanging down right up there. Okay. And I'm using the big coax. It's a 4-to-1 hybrid balun. But let's go check it out. All right. But yeah, I wanted to do the real deal instead of the cell phone mess. I don't have my videos edited, you know, with music and all this stuff. I just want to, hey, give a good video y'all can watch, and hey, maybe I can learn something. Maybe y'all can learn something too. If not, hey, we've had a good time. But yeah, there's my setup. That's a Stanley pulley. Good for like, shorter weight. I'll put the description up on there too. Seal bearing, National Hardware. Made in USA. There's a pulleys. I'll give you a link with Bob. It's this guy's name. Really nice guy. But yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll zoom out. And here's the extra heavy duty one. Pull out where I got my center up. All right. And you can see where my wire runs. It shoots straight right here. It goes right here. It goes right there to there. Bam. Then it goes up. Where's that wire at? The wire goes up. And it goes up to here. Alright, well, I'll take another closer look at it. But anyway, we'll walk here, we'll keep it rolling. But a lot of y'all are probably saying, hey, I don't have, I got less than an acre of land here, my property. But this is a 46-foot mast. It's like 4 inches down at the bottom. And I got a guy roped. As you can see, got a guy roped, and the bottom of that puppy is just huge. I mean, that's huge. All right. So, I mean, put my hand against it. Y'all can see how really big that thing is. That's huge. All right, I got my night eyes. And I got that going through a pulley. Let's go up it. And there she is. That's extra heavy duty. All right. Okay, and then here's my other line. And I love the Delta Loop because, man, I can talk anywhere in the world and don't have to spin nothing around or nothing like that. It's omnidirectional, for my setup anyway. And it's a good 30 feet off the ground, 25, 30 feet all the way around. And I say, well, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. There you are. You know, everything's on pulleys. Or slide in the wind and, you know, all that good stuff. Okay, let's go up here. I just want to show y'all some updates of what I had, what I've gotten done. It was a big sag in that, and I took care of that. You know, and just, you know, get a little more up in the air. Of course, the Delta Loops, I've seen some people put them 4 or 5 feet off the ground, and they do good. But anyway, that's a balance by design. That's a 4-to-1 hybrid. 4-to-1 with a 1-to-1 choke balance. Okay. And I'm not gonna be able to see much here because of the sun. But that's my main standoff, my main mast. Alright. That's a balance by design. It's a 4-to-1, 1-to-1 choke balance. And each knot is a bowline or bow line knot. And anyway, and it goes over to here underneath my bush comb. There we go. Okay. Let's go inside. I'll show you my setup. Alright, but anyway, I cut all my trees down about the time right after I got in the ham radio, after I got my technician. But man, every time we had ice storms or a hurricane or a lot of wind, it would just boom, go out of sight. But go inside the garage and let's see what's going on here. This is my ham radio setup in here. Yeah, I got everything covered up from the dust, and this is called my ham cover. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, ham cover. But anyway, that's my 7300. I got the LDG 1000 Pro right here, and I got my 2 antennas. That's my bush comp. No, that is my Delta Loop, 80 meter full wave Delta Loop here, and this is my bush comp right here. This other lightning protection deal that I got made up, and that's yeah, that coax there, and I'm using the big stuff. And here's my amp, Maritron ALS 606, and that's a full linear power supply. It's not a inverter type one. It's the heavy duty, more money but lasts longer. Just like my Astron RS35M. And I got my meters, show me how much power I'm putting out of my antennas. And there we go. And this is run on solar and wind backup power on that. So yeah, y'all, I mean, just trying to share some things with you. Let me sit up here and I can talk to you. And I'm using my headphones. I'm using the Pro 7 Elites. I'll get this chair out of here. Video longer than I thought it was gonna be. All right, so that's my setup. Of course, you know I got my fancy. I light them up when I'm in here. Let me see here. All right. Let me set this thing up, prop it up, where I can talk. All right. Woohoo! Get your seeing eyeglasses off. But let me see. Oop, wrong way. But I'm just setting this thing on top of my radio right now. But anyway, y'all, if you don't have much property, if you want to make a Skyloop, take and buy a couple of DX Engineering poles, like the 46 footers or the heavy duty. They're like $281 a piece, about $300 a piece. And give it a whirl. You can make a 20 meter. I made a 20 meter full wave Delta loop antenna. I made a vertical one. I made a video of that too, a vertical, where I can, you know, make it like directional. I talked to Japan on that, and wow. But it's only 23 feet side per side. I think it measures up to be 70 feet. Okay, so 70 feet and shaped like a triangle. That's 23 feet on this side. Let's get the calculator out. But yeah, give it a whirl, and you won't believe this. All right. Get my calculator out. It's 70 feet, 70.546, 70.5 feet. So cut a little long, cut it like 73 feet. That way you can tie your bowline knots to your bowline knots, or bowline knots to your bowline. And 20 meter will give you 40, 17 meter, 40, 20, 17, it'll give you 15, it'll give you, probably give you 30, it'll give you 17, 15, 12, 10, and 6 meter. And 6 meter, y'all. That's sweet. But okay, I'm gonna do the calculation here. And that bushcom antenna I showed y'all up there, that's 23 feet. It's called a Horizon 6.7, right at 23, 22 and some change. 6.7 meters, which is 22 and a half, 23 feet. So 70.546. Okay, let me get my calculator up here. Calculator, I'll just say, let's go with 73 feet. Make it a little longer, can't hurt, you can always trim. 73 feet divided by 3. Okay, that's 24 feet, 0.3. 73 divided by 3, that's 24 feet, 0.3. So y'all, I mean, 24 feet, whew, it's nothing. You can do 40 meter, oh, wow, I mean, I'm talking about freaking awesome. But y'all can stand it up like a Skyloop, go 30 feet in the air, or 20 feet. And I'm telling you what, pull your wire up on pulleys using the little pulleys, and using a pulley for me instead of insulators. Use the pulley insulators, the plastic with the metal pulley insulators, and that way it can move back and forth in the wind. And I got my bowline right there in the center of the one of the backside of the triangle. It's working great. Like I say, I've got it's night and day with my rotatable dipole. It's night and day. I'm talking about the S units, the power, the omnidirectional. It just blows it out the water. Every antenna I've ever tried, I've tried. I've tried a many. I've tried all center fed dipoles. I've tried the double. What do you call that antenna? It was an ICOM that I had, and plus I had a radio waves. Let me look it up, y'all. It is a. I'm just talking. I love ham radio. Love ham radio, and y'all. I mean, you can't not a better hobby or a way of saving lives or just doing something. Have something you can do. There's so many people out there nowadays are doing all the wrong things. Ham radio, I love ham radio. I love hunting, I love fishing, I love metal detecting, cooking, gardening, the whole 9 yards. But ham radio, I've always loved radio. And hey, it don't cost, it's not long distance and it's not a monthly fee. And you don't have to have internet, but it just helps where you can make contacts and that kind of stuff. You know, logging them down. But and nothing wrong with Starlink or any of them things, but I just like being independent, where I can talk where I want to, and not being have to pay the man every month for everything. That's one thing I like about radio. I mean, the monthly dues, my yearly dues, the radio club, my local radio club, RATS, Richmond Amateur Telecommunications Society. I belong to one club, and then I paid ARRL, which is a great do that. And I paid my monthly subscription to yearly subscription to QRZ. So anyway, long story short, those other antennas, I'll look at my YouTube studio here, but I love to talk. Better get your glass of water and everything else when you're talking to me, but I don't have any internet. Whew. Love when that happens. Anyway, long story short, let's hold it up to the window. We don't have a signal, but we're going to keep on talking. But build your own antennas. But if, like I say, use marine wire. Use marine wire and use copper, tin copper. You cannot go wrong. Here we go. Here we go. Content. Okay. Content. Alright, I'm getting ready to tell you what antennas I've tried out. But the ones that I made homemade, I buy my own balun. Of course, I buy a balun, like Balun by Design. And Balun by Design, and there's another guy, Bob, he does a lot of Delta loops. I'll put the description below. But yeah, y'all, I mean, just freaking awesome. I mean, still trying to get a signal. And this building is it's a metal building. It's like a Faraday cage with EcoFoil as a barrier and insulation. And let's see what we got. Okay. Let me tell you. Folded terminated dipole. Folded terminated dipole. I tried the radio waves, this, that, everything else, but man, this Delta loop blows everything out of the water. Build you a small one. Build you a 20-meter full wave Delta loop and come back and tell me. Now call me. Tell me how good you like it. If you're new to ham radio or you've been on ham radio a long time, just let me know. I'm excited as heck. And y'all look at my page, QRZ page, Kilo Uniform 4, Sierra Mike Charlie. But y'all, it has been, and like I say, if you don't have a big area, try a 20-meter full wave. The one I got is 80-meter full wave with 12-gauge wire, 12 AUG, and it works. It works. I'm gonna tell you what, it works. It's quiet. It's quiet. I mean, it's catch me out. I'm telling you what. All right, y'all. Hey, I talked enough, and I can talk your ears off, but try it out. Build your 20-meter full wave. Get your Balun by Design. Get your 4-to-1, 1-to-1 choke hybrid, and I'll put a link down below in the description. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. God bless and simplify, and thank you as always. Hoorah. Please subscribe, y'all. Thank you for watching. All right, now. Bye-bye.